Welcome to It's English Podcast, where English feels easy, calm, and natural.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to It's English Podcast, the podcast that feels less like a grammar class and more like a good conversation with friends. I am so happy you are here today. I mean it. Every single time you press play on this podcast, you are making a choice to learn, a choice to grow, and that choice, that is something to be proud of.
Welcome back, everyone. And if this is your very first time with us, what a wonderful episode you have chosen to start with. I am Mary, and I promise you by the end of today, something that has confused you for a long time is going to make a lot more sense.
Mary, before we jump in, quick question. How was your morning? Because mine started with a very important question that actually connects perfectly to today's topic.
Oh, really? Your morning connected to today's grammar lesson? This I have to hear. Go on, Brian.
Okay, so this morning I woke up late. I looked at my phone and I thought, I have 10 minutes, just 10 minutes. And I ran to the kitchen and I thought, do I have coffee? Yes. Do I have bread? Yes. Do I have time to make a proper breakfast? Absolutely not. And I had to leave the house in a rush. And as I was running out the door, I thought, wait, I just used have 5 times in 30 seconds. And today's lesson is about has and have.
I love that. You found the grammar lesson in your own chaotic morning. That is very Brian of you.
And that is exactly the point, everyone. Have and has are not just grammar rules sitting in a textbook. They are in your morning. They are in your conversations. They are in your feelings. And today, Mary and I are going to show you exactly how.
And before we begin, I want to say something important. I know that many of you have felt confused about has and have for a long time. Maybe you learned the rule and then forgot it the moment you tried to speak. Maybe you use have when you should use has. Maybe you are not sure when to use have at all in the past tense. That is completely normal. And today, we are going to fix that, together, gently, with lots of examples.
So, are you ready? Let's do this. Let's have the best English lesson of your week.
See what he did there? He used have as an invitation. This word is everywhere. Let's begin.
Tip 1. The simple rule. Who gets have and who gets has? Okay, everyone, let's start with the absolute foundation. The first rule, the one you need to know before anything else. And I'm going to make it so simple that you'll never forget it.
Have and has are both forms of the same verb. They both show possession. Things you own, things you feel, things you experience. The difference is only about who is doing the having. Listen carefully.
Clear, deliberate pacing. We use have with I, you, we, they. So, I have a dog. You have a question. We have a problem. They have good news. Simple? Yes. Now, we use has with he, she, and it. So, she has a beautiful voice. He has a red car. It has a long tail.
Think of it like this. Has is the form for the third person singular. That means one person or one thing that is not you and not me. One other person, one animal, one thing. As soon as it's just one other person, one other thing, it gets has.
I like to think of it as a special gift. Has is a gift we give to the third person. He, she, it. They get something special. Has. Everyone else? Have. It's like they have to share the regular word, but he and she and it get their own personal version.
That is a very creative way to explain grammar, Brian. And you know what? I think it works. Let me give you some real-life examples. My sister has 3 children. That is has, because my sister is she. My brother has a new job. Has again, because my brother is he. My cat has green eyes. Has, because the cat is it.
Now your turn. In your mind right now, think of someone you know, your mother, your friend, your teacher, and complete this sentence silently in your head. She has blank. He has blank. What does that person have? Think of something real. This is how you make it personal, and personal always sticks better than abstract rules.
And here's something I want you to hear clearly. If you sometimes say he have or she have by mistake, please do not feel ashamed. This happens to learners at every level. The key is awareness. Now that you know the rule, every time you catch yourself using the wrong one, that's actually a moment of progress. You are learning to self-correct. That is a real skill.
So, to recap, tip 1, I, you, we, they, have. He, she, it, has. Write it on a sticky note. Put it on your mirror. Repeat it when you brush your teeth tonight.
Tip 2. Have and has for possession, things you own.
Now let us go deeper. The most common use of have and has is to talk about possession, the things we own. And possession in English is much bigger than just physical objects. It includes everything that is part of your life.
Okay, so possession could be a car. I have a car. Or a job. She has a good job. Or feelings. I have a feeling this lesson is going to be great. Or time. We have 15 minutes. Or problems. He has a headache. Or opportunities. They have a great chance. All of these are possession, ownership of something in your life.
When I was younger, I remember my English teacher giving me a list of objects and saying, write sentences about what you have. And at first, I wrote simple things. I have a pen. I have a notebook. And then she said, now think bigger. Think about what you have that matters. And I wrote, I have a family that supports me. I have a dream to speak English well. Suddenly, the grammar felt alive. It felt personal.
That is such a beautiful way to use grammar. And this is the unique angle of today's lesson, everyone. Have and has are not just about objects. They are about your whole life, your relationships, your dreams, your feelings, your experiences. All of it can be expressed with these two small words.
Let us practice together. Repeat after us in your head or out loud. I have a loving family. She has a warm smile. We have a good friendship. He has a dream of traveling the world. They have hope. The baby has tiny fingers. Every single one of these sentences uses have or has correctly, and every single one describes something real and meaningful.
Here's a little challenge. Pause the podcast for 30 seconds right now, just 30 seconds. Look around wherever you are, your room, your kitchen, the bus, wherever, and say 3 sentences about what you have. Use your eyes, use your heart. I have a window with morning light. I have a cup of tea next to me. I have a quiet moment to myself. Then press play again. Go.
Welcome back. How did that feel? I hope it felt natural, because it is natural. You have things around you all the time, and now you have the words to say it in English.
Tip 3. Have and has for experiences and feelings. This is my favorite part, because this is where have and has stop being just grammar and start being emotional. We use have and has to express feelings, experiences, and physical states. And once you understand this, your English becomes much more human.
For example, I have a headache. That is a physical experience. She has a fear of flying. That is an emotional experience. He has a wonderful memory of his childhood. That is a personal experience. They have a strong belief in education. That is a value. We have a hope for the future. That is a feeling, all expressed with have or has.
Can I share something real? I remember the very first time I had to give a presentation in English, not in my native language, in front of 20 people, and I had so much fear. I have a memory of my hands shaking. I have a memory of forgetting words. But I also have a memory of finishing and people clapping. And that clap meant everything. I had done it. I had faced the fear.
And that is the thing about experiences. They stay with us. We have them and they become part of who we are. The grammar holds the emotion. When you say, I have a dream, or I have a fear, or I have a hope, you are not just speaking, you are sharing a piece of your inner world.
Now, let us look at common feelings and states with have. I have time, meaning I am not in a hurry. I have no idea, meaning I do not know. She has confidence. She believes in herself. He has patience. He can wait calmly. We have a problem. Something is wrong. They have fun. They're enjoying themselves.
And here's an important cultural note about English. When we ask someone how they feel, we often use have. Do you have a moment? Meaning, are you free right now? Do you have any concerns? Meaning, is something worrying you? Does she have any questions? All of these are everyday English, and they all use have or has as the main verb.
So next time you want to talk about a feeling, a fear, a hope, a worry, a joy, try building your sentence with have or has. You'll be amazed how natural it sounds and how much you are able to express. Tip 4. Have to. Obligation and necessity.
Now we move to one of the most used phrases in everyday English, have to. This is a very important structure, and many learners confuse it with must, so let us look at it carefully and make it very clear.
Have to means you're obligated. You need to do something because of an external reason, a rule, a situation, a responsibility. For example, I have to go to work tomorrow. Not because I want to, although I do enjoy my work, but because it is my responsibility. I have to. It is necessary.
So here's how have to changes with subjects. I have to study. You have to practice. We have to leave soon. They have to be careful. And then he has to wake up early. She has to call the doctor. It has to be done today. Notice when the subject is he, she, or it, have to becomes has to. The same rule from tip 1 applies here too.
I have to tell you a personal story. When I was a student, I had a professor who was very strict. Every morning, I had to arrive before 8. I had to sit in the front row. I had to turn off my phone, completely off, not just silent. And I had to answer at least one question per class. This professor has to be the reason I now speak very clearly in front of people. Tough love. It worked.
That's a great story. And notice how Brian used had to. That's the past form of have to. I had to, he had to, she had to. The past is always had to for every subject. Simple and consistent. No change. I had to study. She had to leave. They had to wait.
Okay, quick mental quiz. I will say a subject and a situation, and you complete the sentence with have to or has to. Ready? My boss finished the report by Friday. She has to finish the report. My friends and I take the bus because there is no parking. We have to take the bus. The students wear a uniform at this school. They have to wear a uniform. My little brother go to bed at 9. He has to go to bed at 9. Did you get them? I hope so.
Have to is one of those phrases that makes your English sound very natural and very real. When you use it correctly, people hear it and think, this person knows how to speak English. Not because it's complicated, but because it's so common in daily life. Use it often.
Tip 5. Have with the present perfect, the bridge between past and now. And now, the most powerful use of have and has, the one that changes everything about how you describe your life, the present perfect. Are you ready? This is where it gets truly beautiful.
The present perfect uses have or has with the past participle of another verb. So the structure is have or has plus the past participle. For example, I have visited Paris. She has eaten sushi. We have finished the project. They have never seen the ocean. He has worked here for 10 years.
Think of the present perfect like a bridge. On one side, the past. On the other side, the present. The present perfect connects them. When I say I have visited Paris, it means I visited Paris at some point in the past, and that experience is still relevant now. It is still part of who I am. The bridge connects where I have been to where I am today.
I love that metaphor, Brian, and here's mine. When someone asks you, have you ever lived abroad? That question is using the present perfect. It's asking about your life experience, your whole story up until this moment. Have you ever is one of the most common question structures in English, and it always uses have or has.
Let me give you examples that show the difference between the present perfect and the simple past. Simple past, I visited Paris in 2018. Present perfect, I have visited Paris. The first gives a specific time, 2018. The second doesn't mention time. It just says the experience exists. Both are correct, but they feel different. The simple past is a photograph. The present perfect is a feeling.
And with has for he, she, it, the same rule applies. She has lived in 4 different countries. He has never tried spicy food. The company has grown a lot this year. All of these use has because the subject is he, she, or it, and they all connect a past experience to the present moment.
I want you to stop for a moment and think about your own life. What have you done? What experiences have you had? Maybe you have learned a new language, which is exactly what you are doing right now. Maybe you have moved to a new city. Maybe you have overcome something really difficult. Maybe you have made someone very happy. These are your experiences, and you can express them all with have or has.
Learning a language itself is an experience in the present perfect. You have chosen to try. You have decided to listen. You have made progress, even if you can't see it yet. And one day you will say, I have mastered English. And that moment, it's going to feel extraordinary.
So to recap all 5 tips, 1. I, you, we, they use have. He, she, it use has. 2. Use have and has to express possession, everything you own and everything that is part of your life. 3. Use them for feelings and experiences, your inner world. 4. Have to and has to express obligation and necessity. 5. Have and has with the past participle build the present perfect, your life story. 5 tips, infinite possibilities.
Now let us look at 10 important words from today's lesson. These are words you heard Brian and me use, and they are words you will hear and need in everyday English. For each word, I will give you a simple definition and 1 example sentence. Brian, will you help me?
Absolutely. Let's go. Possession. Definition. Something you own, have, or hold. An object, a feeling, a relationship, or an experience. I have many wonderful memories. Those memories are my possession. They belong to me.
Obligation. Something you must do, a responsibility or a rule you have to follow. She has to finish her homework before dinner. That is her obligation.
Experience. Something that happened to you. An event or feeling you lived through. He has a lot of experience working with children. He has worked with them for many years.
Present perfect. Definition. A grammar tense that connects something from the past to the present moment. I have visited 3 countries. It is my experience, past and present together.
Confidence. a feeling that you believe in yourself and your abilities. She has a lot of confidence when she speaks in front of people.
Awareness. Knowing and understanding something. Being conscious of it. He has a new awareness of how important grammar is in daily life.
Self-correct. When you notice your own mistake and fix it yourself, without someone else telling you. When you catch yourself saying, she have, and change it to she has, you self-correct. That is progress.
Opportunity. A chance to do something. A good moment that is available to you. We have a great opportunity to practice English every day if we choose to.
Patience. The ability to wait calmly, to keep going without getting frustrated. Learning a language takes time. You have to have patience with yourself.
Foundation. The basic, most important part of something. The base that everything else builds on. Understanding have and has is the foundation of speaking natural English.
10 beautiful words. Possession, obligation, experience, present perfect, confidence, awareness, self-correct, opportunity, patience, and foundation. These are not just vocabulary words. They are ideas that connect to your English journey. You have patience. You have awareness. You have opportunity. You have a foundation now, and every episode, your foundation grows stronger.
I want you to try using 3 of these words today. Not in a test, just in your mind, or in a message to a friend, or in your journal. Use them naturally. That is the best practice there is.
We are at the end of today's episode, and before we say goodbye, I want to say something from the heart. I have been teaching English for several years now, and one of the things I have noticed, one of the most consistent things, is that the learners who make the most progress are not always the ones who study the most hours. They are the ones who show up with an open heart, who are willing to make mistakes, who keep going even when it feels hard. And if you're listening to this podcast, that's you. You are that person.
I want to share something that a listener wrote to us. She said, I have been learning English for 2 years, and I have cried many times out of frustration, but I have also laughed a lot listening to your podcast. And last week, I had a phone call entirely in English with a business contact, and it went well. I cried again, but this time, happy tears. She used the present perfect beautifully, by the way. I have been learning, I have cried, I have laughed. And her story? It made my eyes wet.
Stories like that are why we do this. You have the ability, you have the determination, and you have us every single week right here cheering for you.
Quick recap before our question. Have goes with I, you, we, they, and has goes with he, she, it. We use them for possession, things we own, for feelings and experiences, things we feel, for have to and has to, things we must do, and for the present perfect, our life story, our experiences, the bridge from the past to now.
And now, the question of the day. Our favorite moment. We want to hear from you. And today's question is personal and beautiful. What is something you have always wanted to do but have not done yet? Use the present perfect. I have always wanted to blank. I have never blank. Write your answer in the comments. We read every single one. Every single one.
I'll start. I have always wanted to learn to paint. I have never had a proper art lesson, but one day I will. What about you, Brian?
Mine? I have always wanted to write a book. I have started 3 times and stopped 3 times. But you know what? I have not given up, and I will not give up. That's the spirit, everyone. We have a dream. We keep going. We never stop.
Please subscribe to It's English Podcast. It's completely free, and it truly helps us reach more learners around the world. Share this episode with someone who is learning English. Leave us a comment. Leave us a review. Every little action you take helps this community grow.
And remember, you have something that many people never use, the courage to try. You have it. You have always had it. Now use it. Use your English. Speak, write, make mistakes, correct them, and come back next week for more. We have so much more to share with you.
From both of us, thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your trust. Thank you for choosing to learn. You are not alone on this journey. We are right here with you.
Have a wonderful day and have a lot of English. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, and keep going. You have everything you need.
See you next time on It's English.